Of course there's a gardener. Of course. I don't even know like what to say, how to start it. Hi guys, welcome back to us both. I think it's been like nearly 3 months since I've filmed a video. I quite honestly just took a mental health break. I know some of you think I'm pregnant. I'm not pregnant. I just needed some time to go through some stuff, and I'm gonna get into all of that. I have asked you guys on Instagram for questions or topics you guys might want to talk about. I have a blanket on, but I'm already hot. So we have a bunch of stuff to chat about that we'll get into, which by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, that's where I do all of my like question boxes for Q&As. So if you ever want to contribute a question, that's where I do them if you're interested. But you guys asked me so many lovely questions. But yeah, this is just basically like the I'm back video. Well, I don't know how like quickly I'll be back into like 2 uploads a week like I was, but this is my dip in my toes, because also like my own mental health aside, like it's kind of a weird world right now and I wasn't really sure how to like come back. I didn't know how to come back to just making my like lifestyle videos, so this is just dipping my toes in the water, getting started. So yeah, I just figured we would chat today. I don't drink coffee, but if I did, I'd have some, but I do have some water. So maybe grab some coffee, some tea, a full meal, a bagel, your pet to lay in your, force your pet to lay in your lap while you watch this, some laundry you might have to fold. We're just gonna chat. I'm sure I'm gonna be very chatty for a very long time. So great. Before we get into it, I do want to thank Ana Luisa for sponsoring this portion of the video. I'm obsessed with these. I'll just stand up. I didn't even tell you what Ana Luisa is. It's a jewelry company, but look how cool these earrings are. They like envelop your whole ear, and I am just so obsessed with them. These are also Ana Luisa. They're the mini organic pearls, my very favorite. But these are my new obsession. How fun is that? Like, it's just like, I like how it's understated and dainty, but still so fun. You know, I just love that. Okay, anyway, let me sit back down. I got too excited and got ahead of myself. I've been an Ana Luisa ambassador for over 4 years now, which is so exciting to me because I truly, genuinely love it. I say this every time I do a sponsorship, but like, what is this? Sponsored or not, I love their jewelry so much, and I truly wear them every single day. Well, the days that I wear jewelry. I have 2 piercings in my ears, and I love mixing and matching their pieces. I have, because of them, and I think just also in my 30s, I've fallen in love with like huggy hoops, and they have so many different options and varieties, and I just love mixing and matching the different studs and like these kind of more cooler, like these aren't exactly hoops, but they're not studs. Like they just have so many fun, cool options. They are very up to date on the trends, which I think is great because you get to have trendy pieces, but they're great quality, but also without breaking the bank. It's very affordable. They use noble metals. I have had like these pearl earrings since I first started working with them. It's the first thing I ordered from them. Been wearing them pretty much every day for 4 years. They have never irritated my ears. They've never broken. Their jewelry also comes with a 2-year guarantee. So if something does happen, and it's just like a great company. I truly love them so much. I love their pieces. I love working with them. The sun is playing peekaboo. If you are in need of a Valentine's Day gift for yourself or for your partner, your sister, your mom, your best friend, a coworker, just anything, Ana Luisa has something for everybody. This is the last holiday sale of the season. You can get up to 25% off. It's kind of like a stacking situation. The more you buy, the more you save. But the cute stuff sells out quick, so go take a look. Make yourself a little bundle, stack a couple of earrings. This stuff is so cute and good quality, and I just can't sing their praises highly enough. Get these discounts by using my link, which I will have down below in the description bar. I'll also have the names of these pieces down in the description bar as well, because I know I came at you fast with these earrings. I'm just really excited about them. But yeah, thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this portion of the video. All right, let's get into the questions, which thank you guys so much for being supportive of my sponsored content. I get so many messages from you guys saying that you ordered Ana Luisa jewelry through my link. Anytime I upload something sponsored, you guys are really, really supportive, and that means so much to me because the more you engage with it and support and like, which no pressure to use my links ever, but when you do, they see that and they want to work with me again, and it helps support my family. So like, I am truly so thankful, and I'm so thankful to Ana Luisa for wanting to sponsor my videos. And I do apologize that my first video back is a sponsored post, but I am behind on sponsorships because I've taken so much time off, and I don't want to lose my like credibility with them because, which they are so incredibly great when I'm having a tough time getting things done on the deadlines. They are so understanding, but I don't want to lose them as you know, a business partner. So I'm sorry this first video back is sponsored, but it is sponsored by, I'd be wearing these earrings anyway, basically. So thank you so much for engaging in my sponsored content. It really helps me out. And I hope to branch out and do some more sponsored stuff this year. I just want to be more ballsy about who I reach out to, because you never know who's going to say yes when I put on a little bit of Aquaphor here. My lips are crusty. I meant to say, you guys, you close your eyes while you watch this. Don't look at my hair, don't look at my eyebrows. That's the biggest one. My eyebrows are crazy. I've kind of taken this opportunity to like, they've hella grown out, and I think I'm gonna go to someone and get them like shaped, you know? So I was like, I knew I was filming, I was like, I could tweeze them, but it would ruin my life, not my life, it would ruin my, it would ruin my plan of like going to get them like professionally done, which I haven't done in so long. My hair is a mess. This is the first time I put on makeup in literally 3 months. And also, our bedspread ripped, so it's not there. You can look at those daffodils. Those are the first ones that came up, and we've been having a rainy couple of days. I haven't talked in so long that I'm just like spewing every thought, but those daffodils are homegrown. You can look at those. They're beautiful. Am I in focus or are the daffodils in focus? We'll never know until I'm editing it. Okay, but I'll shut up now. Well, I'm not gonna shut up, but we're gonna get into your questions. Which, first of all, I had so many messages from you guys in the little questionnaire box that just said, I don't have a question. I'm just so happy you're coming back. Missed you. Hope you're doing well. Just like words of positivity and like well wishes, and it made me so emotional. It's just been a harder time for me, and reading those, like I kept sending screenshots to Bradley, and I was like actually crying. Like I was so emotional. So thank you guys so much. I'm gonna try not to cry today, but I probably will. But you guys mean so much to me. So that's also been the most asked question. Where have you been? In an OCD hole. And I've talked a little bit about this on my Instagram stories, just kind of letting you know where I've been. The sun, we're just gonna have to deal. I'm so sorry. But I just, the entire month of December had a really tough time with my OCD. This whole year has been a kind of harder time with my OCD, led on by my emetophobia, which is the vomit phobia that I have. It was a tougher year for that, and it just made everything in my brain just kind of harder. But I also just deal with like generalized anxiety. And December was just like a really tough month where it got so bad that I kind of, which this has happened to me before, usually happens to me in the summer, which I skipped it this summer, but it decided to catch up with me anyway. I should have just had it in the summer. Not that I control it. Maybe I do, I don't know. But I just was having a really rough time, so much so, like the OCD and anxiety felt so heavy that I felt depressed. I've never been diagnosed with depression, and thank goodness, because like when I do feel what I think depression feels like, it is so uncomfortable and just so terrible and not fun. And so I was just like not feeling up to vlogging the month of December, which I'm so upset about, because I look forward all year to like the content that I get to do in December. I had such a long list of reels and videos I wanted to do, and it just like didn't happen. And I felt a lot of pressure about it, but it eventually kind of fell away. Just like, Amy, just focus on you right now. And so many of you messaged me, we'll be here when you get back. No rush. You do you, we will be here when you are up to making videos, which means so much to me too. Which we'll talk about Christmas in a minute as like a side note. In this month of just terrible OCD and anxiety, I decided to try medication, which I have tried once before. I think like in 2019, it was before COVID. I tried Zoloft, which I know works for a lot of people, but for personally me, I hated it. The tough thing about it is I am looking for something to help with my OCD, but there is no like perfect medication. Well, first of all, there's no perfect depression SSRI medication for anybody. Like you kind of have to do a trial and error, but there is no medication for OCD. You kind of have to try all these different depression and anxiety medications to see what works for you. I tried Zoloft and I absolutely hated it for a lot of different reasons. Like it just did nothing. It gave me all these really weird side effects. And so for how much I hated it, I hated the load-in process. I hated loading it out. I felt awful. I just was like, I'm not doing medication ever again. And then I found my therapist. We did exposure therapy, and it really helped for a long time. You know, and it still, for certain themes of my OCD, it totally healed some of those. But in other ways, like OCD is not really something you can fully, well, actually, I don't know. There is no cure for OCD and anxiety, but there are tools and medications and all that you can, you know, use to work through some of it. And so I kind of have all year, a lot since the salmonella, I've been debating it's time, because especially the salmonella situation, it made eating really hard. It makes eating really hard. Everything seems contaminated. I'm afraid of eating out. I'm afraid of eating food. Everything's being recalled. It just has made things really, really hard. So I've been toying with the idea of trying medication again. And since the December was so bad, I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. but we're gonna try it. My therapist hooked me up with a fantastic psychiatrist who he really knows his shit, and I really enjoy talking to him, and he came up with a plan for me, and he just, I don't know, he like really listened to my anxieties and, you know, what I'm looking for the medication to do, and he came up with this whole plan. And we're loading it in really slowly because of all the side effects and how I dealt with it the first time. And I don't know, I really enjoy, he's just been really helpful and I trust him. So sometimes these medications can make you worse before they make you better. And that is definitely what's been happening to me. The just days where I up the dosage, I feel extra anxious or I feel extra OCD, which according to my psychiatrist is a good sign. It means it's like interacting with my brain the way it should. I've also read so many Reddit forums. I am trying Lexapro, by the way, about just like it'll make you feel like shit for 2 months, but just hang in there because then you're gonna feel amazing. 6 to 8 weeks is supposed to be when you feel the good benefits from it, and I am at 6 weeks today. Just within like the last couple of days, like I'm certainly nowhere near healed, but like I feel a little more like myself, and so I'm like really hopeful and excited. So yeah, that's basically where I've been, is in an OCD hole, but then I've just been obviously being a mom, like that never ends, and it's my number one priority in life. And so like videos can fall away. Yes, this is my job. Luckily, like the way YouTube and such works, I still get paid, like maybe not as much, but like if people are watching my shit, I get paid a little bit still, which is great. But also even when I'm working, like I am the stay-at-home caregiver, like Milo always comes first. And so videos could fall away, and I just really wanted to focus on giving Milo a great Christmas, which he knew nothing was going on, which is really important to me. He had a fantastic Christmas. So yeah, that's where I've been. Being a mom, being in an OCD slump, and then now more recently just adjusting to the medication. Hoping to come out of this an entirely new woman. Not actually, but hopefully. Even if I could get back to where I was like 2 years ago, where it was easier to use my tools, I'd be pleased with that. It's just gotten so OCD-ish up in my brain. And I'm hopeful the medication will work for just helping me with the intrusive thoughts and getting back to myself. And I will keep you posted on how the medication goes. It may not work, or it may be a miracle. We'll see. But yes, that's where I've been. Not pregnant, sorry to disappoint you. But I also was like worried, like, oh, they're gonna think I'm pregnant, because this is what I did when I was pregnant with Milo at the same time of year. So I was like, oh no. But also Bradley's like, what do you care if they think you're pregnant? You'll just tell them that you're not and you'll move on. I'm like, okay, you're right. The next most asked thing was about like Christmas. How was Milo's Christmas morning, all of that. Like I said, Milo's Christmas wasn't impacted at all. He had a magical Christmas, and especially Christmas Day and Christmas morning with him was so cute, because this year, like he kind of understood it last year a little bit, but this year he really understood it. Like he understood Santa's coming, he's bringing me gifts, we gotta leave out the milk and cookies. Like he got it this year, and so it was so fun. And he kept asking like, how many days till Santa? Is he coming tonight? And be like, no, a few more days. Like he like, because all the books, and we watched like Mickey's, oh my god, I watched Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas like twice a day for a month. He was really into that. Like he just, something clicked this year, which makes sense. He's 3.5 now, which I can't even deal with that. But just like that part of it was so fun, making cookies. Him and I looked at Christmas lights every single day or night. Like we would either walk and look at them or drive. Oh my god, let me tell you a crazy story. Crazy. So like I said, Milo and I would get in the car or walk, but there was some houses further down that he wanted to see that had specific Snoopy decorations that he loved, and he would ask to go see that. And so we would get in the car and just go look around. And one of the nights, and we would stay in my neighborhood, like where I live. But we went down a new street, and we kind of slowed down in front of this house because they had a neon nativity scene, and Milo was looking at it. And so we were I didn't stop, I was slowly going, and these two people came out of their house and they looked mad. They were like, you know, they looked pissed. And so I was like, okay, let me just keep going. And the street they live on was kind of like a T. So this is their street. I turn right, it's a cul-de-sac, and I took my time because we're looking, you know, and Milo's enjoying it, pointing out all the different Santas and Mickeys he sees. And then we cross back over their street, and I see a car whip its way behind me, and I was like, okay. But actually I didn't even think about it then. I just thought like, oh, I'm in somebody's way. Somebody who lives here is trying to get home after work. And so I didn't like speed, but I just drove at a normal pace. Sorry, my camera battery died, so things look different, that's why. But so I drove around that cul-de-sac, and then I kind of latched onto this person's following me. Then I kind of put two and two together. I'm like, either that man or that woman jumped in their car and they are following me to see what I'm doing. And so I drove out. There's kind of like a main street and then all these like cul-de-sacs and streets off. So I went down another street where the Snoopy house is, and they followed me, and they followed me down that street. And I turned around, and at this point I'm aware of what's happening, and I'm like ready to call the police. And they wait for me, and they kind of cut me off so that I have to talk to them. And it's the woman, and she rolls down her window, and she like signals for me to roll my window down. And she said something along the lines of, I just want to make sure you belong here. And oh, you guys, I've never been more rude to somebody in my entire life, and it felt so good. Like, I'm not afraid to give it to somebody when they deserve it. But most of the time, I'm so flabbergasted by what's happening. I'm the kind of person that I'm thinking later of what I should have said. But since I caught on to what was happening, I had time to think this through. And so I said, just taking my son to look at Christmas lights, is that okay with you? So bitchily. It was fantastic. She twisted it and was like, I do you live here? I'm like, I don't have to tell you that, but yes, I do. And she's like, there's just been a lot of stuff going on in the neighborhood, which I live here. There's not. I said, like what? I live here. There's nothing going on. I'm very involved in the Ring and the neighbor next door apps. Like, I'm up to date. There's nothing going on. And she just kept arguing with me for a while, and I said, you do realize it's Christmas time and people put up lights and people are gonna be slowing down or walking by to look at them? I was such a bitch. It felt incredible. And she was just, she was a little bit like flabbergasted and cut off guard. I hope she was embarrassed by it, because what the hell are you doing? I'm doing nothing wrong. You're following me for many streets. You're following me. And she was like, I've lived here for 25 years. I'm allowed to be worried. I'm like, well, you don't need to be. I also live here, and I'm just taking my son to look at Christmas lights. And I like drove off. And then, which I was like right out front of Charlie and I are close with one of our neighbors, and I was right in front of his house, and I like called him. And was like, you gotta come outside. I gotta tell you a story. And she drove by me, parked on the side, and that pissed her off even more. But it was just like the craziest thing. Like, I sat there and I was like, did that really just happen? Have I actually understood? We'll talk about Wicked in a minute. But it just like, I was like, did I make that up? Am I in such a like anxious hole that I'm hallucinating? But I was like, no, that happened. How crazy. And I'm like a white woman. Like, imagine if I was a person of color or a man or both. Like, she would have lost her mind. And I just couldn't believe it. I'm like, ma'am, you're interrupting my son's nice time. Shut up and get out of my way. Like, I couldn't believe it. Okay, anyway, that was the craziest story. I actually did start a Christmas vlog, but it was just like one day of a little bit of vlogging, and then I didn't do anything else. But so that we don't lose that footage forever, mainly so I don't lose that footage forever, I'll insert it here. So Merry Christmas. Here's a little bit of Christmas footage. Hi guys, long time no see, and I am so sorry about that. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit in this video, but I had a dip of just poor mental health, that just anxiety that felt debilitating, but my holiday content definitely fell to the wayside, which is terrible. And I'm really sorry, and there's actually been like a certain amount of pressure I've been putting on myself, like I'm missing, because I am. But it wasn't until I kind of like settled down and really just like accepted that this is okay. The way I'm feeling is okay. It's a terrible time to be feeling like this, but it is what it is. It wasn't until like I let it be here with me that it then started to lift. If you hear Milo, he is watching Miss Rachel. I am tidying up a little bit, but I did want to start a new vlog. I have normally put out like 2 vlogmases by now. Today, it's a week until Christmas. And since I've been just like in an anxiety OCD hole, I have a week to do all the Christmas things that I haven't done. Wrap gifts, make cookies, see Christmas lights, watch all the movies, all the festive things. So I thought I would bring you with me. I am starting this in the afternoon. Bradley is at work, me and Milo are hanging out. We're actually, once it gets a little bit darker, I have a Target pickup of some wrapping paper that it was attacking his bed, which we're gonna go get that. And then we've been in the routine in the evening of going to see some Christmas lights around our house. There's a house that has a Snoopy situation and then a Mickey and Minnie, and he asked to see them every night. So we'll go do that. Yes, honey? Okay, so yeah, the plan of the evening after I get Milo to bed is to maybe start wrapping some gifts. I really do enjoy wrapping gifts. I just kind of like to space it out because there is so much now that I have a child. So I might get a head start on wrapping some of Milo's things tonight. But let me show you poor mental health part 1. This is embarrassing, but this is poor mental health. Also though, I don't even know that I would have gotten to all this if I was in good mental health, but I've been like ordering Christmas gifts and just stuff we need around the house from mostly Amazon, Target. But this is my stack of boxes that I gotta get to. You wanna say hi?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hi.
Can you say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
You want to show them this tree? So this is our parlor tree with a Santa hat on top. You want to show that tree too? I will give you a decor tour at some point. So this is our real tree that we pick up every year. And I swear Bradley gets better and better at picking out trees. We have our Scrooge felt dolls from last year that I love. I love this candy cane. What are you crying for?
After candy cane.
We have this new poinsettia. If you saw in my holiday haul this year, I can link that up in the corner. I have the little thin garland strung throughout.
The red one.
Oh, this red one. He likes all the glittery ones.
Hello, the yellow one.
I have a lot of these fun star things.
Hello, a yellow one.
Oh, the yellow one. Very good.
The green one.
And the green one. Where's the blue one? Do we know? Oh, right up there. Good job. Here's me and Bradley's just married one that his parents gave us, which I love.
The ice cream.
Oh, the ice cream? Yeah, Milo likes that one a lot. This one I got last year on sale from Anthropologie and I love it. This one from 2021, which I do want to go to the mall and see if they have one of just like a boy and a dog for this year, would be cute. This one I got last year too. It says Holly Jolly. I love like the felt look. Ludo, what are you crying for?
Hot.
There's nothing over here for you, is there? Ludo, there's nothing in there. Do you smell treats of years Christmas past? Because there's nothing in there yet. Milo's handprint, his very first year. Oh my gosh. The new cherries from Target this year. But yeah, I think all in all, very festive, good looking tree if it would focus, but I absolutely love it. Hi guys. Later on now, I've just popped on Home Alone. I'm cold. It's actually much later on. It's 9 o'clock, which I am getting sleepy. I love how I said I was gonna wrap gifts. Didn't happen. I put Milo to bed, I came down, I made myself dinner, I kind of chilled on the couch and watched some Vlogmases for a little bit, which was lovely. I'm really behind on all the Vlogmases, so that was nice. And the vibes down here are just the best. Last night I laid here and watched The Family Stone in its entirety, which I wasn't planning on doing, but like it was so good I just couldn't turn it off. But something I do want to do before I head upstairs and get to bed, which probably should be home soon, is my Christmas cards. My Christmas cards came in the mail today. I'm obviously way late to it. Also, I should have said, poor Amy mental health #2. My nails are bare. My nails are never bare. I'm going to sort them out tomorrow, but that's what they look like with no nail polish, which is rarely seen. But I do want to work on some Christmas cards before I go to sleep and hopefully get them done before tomorrow and then mail them off. We don't like send a ton to people. Let me cover Milo's face here, but how cute is that? I love this design. It was just called like Squiggle Party or something. I loved the pink and the red. It had other color schemes as well, but this one was the most Christmassy, and pink and red is one of my very favorite color combos. So yeah, this is our 2024 Christmas card, which I love. And I got these from Minted and they always come with free printed envelopes, which I love. I'm just covering up the address, but look at this fun squiggle. I do have to write my return address, but I don't mind that. I think it's fun. And then I got some poinsettia stamps to go on top. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy Home Alone, enjoy the vibes. I love my Christmas cards. I love doing this. I love writing. I don't write enough anymore, like physically write, handwriting, you know? So I love a task. I love the stuffing. I love putting on the stamp. I love it all. So I'm quite excited. Okay, just finished. I love the little bow on the back, but that took me 40 minutes. Not too bad, but I am exhausted. Bradley's on his way home, so I'm gonna go upstairs and get in bed, watch some Friends, probably fall asleep. So I'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're looking for the elf on the shelf. Is he in here?
Nope.
Nope. There he is. On top of our Christmas painting. How silly.
Can't touch it.
No, we can't touch him or he loses his magic.
This is so cool.
It's so cool. Yeah, Christmas morning was magical. Every holiday I go overboard because I love to buy him toys. I would buy all the toys if I could, because now that he like has interests and a personality and like things he likes to play with, and I know his, you know, what he likes. There's so many things I want to buy him, and I use birthdays and Easter and Christmas as like a toy refresh time, and I always go overboard. And so we kind of scaled it back on like all the little things, and we made his big gift like a play kitchen, because he had a food truck before and he had like a little stove and he loved to play kitchen in them. And I was like, let's just get him like a good play kitchen, and it's so cute. We got him all this food. We got him like one of the like Velcro cutting wooden toy play sets, and he loves it. Pots and pans, like he's all about it. So that was his main gift, and then of course he got some books and some puzzles and a lot of the new Miss Rachel toys. He is loving those new Miss Rachel blocks, which one of you very kindly left a message in my little like question box saying, I've loved your toy recommendation videos, I would love more, which is so sweet, thank you. But just off the bat, all of the new Miss Rachel toys that we have the puzzle, the talking doll, which he loves. My mom was on FaceTime with him the other day and he brought the doll to show her. He was like, oh, is that your Miss Rachel doll? And he said, no, this is Miss Rachel. It's not a doll. To him, it is Miss Rachel. But we have the puzzle, the doll, and then the blocks. The blocks are fantastic. Literally, the blocks have taught him his lowercase letters. He's been really good with uppercase letters. He knows them all. And with those blocks, he all of a sudden knows all of his lowercase letters. I'm like, whoa. I asked Bradley, I was like, have you been working on this with him? And he's like, no. And I was like, I haven't. And it's the blocks. Also, she's released books. There's a potty training book. There's like the first words book. And then there's the coloring book. I ordered all three and he loves them. The coloring book is fantastic. Like, it is huge. So many pages. There's like illustrations of all the songs they sing. It is a great coloring book, and I love to support Miss Rachel. I will link them all down below, but anyway. So yeah, Christmas was fantastic. Wasn't feeling my absolute best. By the time though we got to like Christmas Day though, I was feeling a little bit better, and especially the Christmas Eve magic of like, we made cookies, and then of course like Santa came and Bradley and I wrapped gifts and set things up that night before, and then the Christmas morning was so fun. So like that all felt magical, but like I feel for anybody going through anything during Christmas because it's such a hard time to feel down. It's a hard time to not, because it felt like my pregnancy. It felt like I'm supposed to be enjoying this. I'm supposed to feel merry and jolly, and I'm supposed to feel how I feel every other year. And for some reason this year I just didn't. Like, it was just I need some lotion for my hands. It was just a hard year for me mentally. And once I like settled with that and I was like, you know what? There will be more Christmases. You've had great Christmases. Milo's having a great Christmas. Because like the added pressure, like you need to be having a good time, wasn't helping anything. So once I kind of settled into like, this Christmas will be what it'll be, and it'll be fine no matter what, then I was able to ease up. Anybody going through a tough time, you know, like divorce, sickness, losing a family member, like your own physical or mental health struggles, like I feel a lot of empathy as it is, but like I just feel for people. It just has never happened to me over that time of year before, and it was a really hard time to be going through a hard time. Somebody said, do you miss Zoe Suggs Vlogmas as much as I do? Yes. That is something I looked forward to every single day. That was one of the things that made me feel most festive and most like Christmas time. I love their Vlogmas so much. Now they do Vlogust as well in August. They vlog every day, and I just love it. Their vlogs are my very favorite. They're just so positive and happy, and I love their styles. And her and I were pregnant at the same time, so Milo and Audley are very close in age, and so like going through a lot of the same things, and so like transitioned to this new parent life when I did. So like I enjoy listening to them, and you know, I love their vlogs. So yes, I am desperately missing their Vlogmases. I have a couple questions about Wicked. Somebody said, we never got your full thoughts on Wicked, and I need. Well, obviously I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved it even more than I even imagined. Like everybody involved did such a good job translating it to the screen, and like instantly, I mean, No One Mourns the Wicked is one of my favorite songs on the entire album, and I knew I was going to like die the minute I saw Ariana, heard Ariana. Just if you don't know, which you're watching this, you do know, Ariana is my very favorite musician, artist ever. Like, my goodness. And so the fact that she was in this, it was just so many levels of excitement. Like, I would have been so excited to see a Wicked movie anyway, but the fact that she was in it, and like not as the role everybody thought she was going to be cast as, like it just, oh my god, I wish I could experience it again for the first time. I obviously cried my eyes out the entire movie. My sister took a very embarrassing sneaky clip of me during Wizard and I've talked about I think I talked about it in like a Get Ready With Me video. I'll link it up there, but like Wizard and I is my favorite Elphaba song for sure, I think. Now I'm like, no, Good Deed. No, Wizard and I. Like, I was so excited to hear Cynthia Erivo sing The Wizard and I, because Bradley and I are obsessed with Cynthia Erivo. So once the cast was announced, I was like, are they making this for me personally? And Katie, my sister, knew I was excited about that song, and she like filmed me, and it's so embarrassing. I'll put it in right now. but I can't. It was so phenomenal. And the fact that they're both nominated for Oscars, some of you also asked about like, how do you feel about them being nominated for Oscars? I want them both to win so badly. I haven't seen any of the other movies. I really wish I could watch The Substance, but I don't do well with gore, and I know like that's the point of the movie. I've seen so many clips of The Substance on TikTok, and then like I read the plot on Wikipedia, and it seems so cool. It's just like I can't handle that. But I know that Demi Moore is like the favorite to win against Cynthia Erivo, but I want Cynthia Erivo to get it so bad, because if she does, she gets her EGOT, which is Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. And she would be the youngest person to ever get it. And I'm like, I want that for her. And obviously I want Ariana to win too. Like but regardless, I'm just excited they'll be there and to see what they wear. Like I love award season anyway. And so this is just adding some excitement, especially because Wicked is like nominated for so many things. Like I think it was 10 nominations or 11 in total. Somehow not cinematography. What did I just say? Somehow not cinematography though, which boggles my mind. Like some of the shots in that movie, I was like, oh, in the moment I was like, the cinematographer, yes. So I was shocked that they weren't nominated. I'm bummed for them because they deserved it. I would give you the Oscar if it was up to me. But truly, Wicked changed my life, changed me for good. I ascended out of my body whilst watching that film. Yes, it's a long movie, but it went by like that. It was so quick. I beforehand was, I don't want to say annoyed, but I did think it was an odd choice to make it 2 movies. But after what they did with Defying Gravity, I was like, that is not the middle of a movie. That is the end of a movie. Holy shit. Like, it is phenomenal. It is so good, and I sob every time. Me and Milo watch at least a little bit of Wicked every single day. He comes up to me every day and says, Mommy, do you want to watch Wicked with me? I'm never gonna say no. He mostly just wants to watch the songs, but I'll watch whatever he wants to watch in Wicked. Like, dream child, are you kidding me? But yes, I loved Wicked. I cannot wait for Wicked for Good Part 2. I'm so happy we only have to wait until like November. A+, 10 out of 10. I thought I knew the movie, but it turns out I just know the songs. There's so much deepness and layeredness to it. That's what I love about a movie musical. You can just do things on screen that you can't do on stage. And I like, when it's done well, I always appreciate that. I didn't even finish my first thought. In No One Mourns the Wicked, I had the thought, this is just as fun on the screen, if not more fun than it is on stage. I loved the amount of dancers. I loved the amount of tulips also, obviously. I loved the choreography. I loved it. It just was just as magical as when you go see it at the Pantages or on Broadway, wherever. Somebody said, what 2025 movie/TV releases are you looking forward to? That's a fun question. Wicked for Good. Paddington in Peru, obviously, which that was supposed to come out on Christmas. They keep pushing it back. It was supposed to be January, now it's Valentine's Day, but I can't wait. I love the Paddington movies. If you've never watched them because you think they're for children, which they are, but they have a certain level of like comfort to them. Like, think like Matilda. It instantly feels like a comfort movie, even though it's the first time you're watching it, if that makes sense, you know? And that's a good movie. I'm trying to think, what other movies am I really excited about? I'm blanking on everything. TV, I'm excited for Wednesday. Stranger Things is this year, right? I think so. I think we get more in Just Like That, the Sex and the City spinoff this year. I don't know, I'm like blanking on everything. Let me know what you're excited about and what I should be excited about. Let me know. Favorite thing you bought in 2024? And I read that a while ago and I was like, what is the favorite thing I bought in 2024? And it's really hard. The first thing that came to my mind though was, I'll put a picture of it, the seasoning Herbamare. Like, I ordered it off Amazon. I was influenced by this woman I follow on TikTok for recipes, and she talked me into it. It's basically like an herb sea salt. It has like 9 different herbs and spices in with the salt, and I can't eat food without it now. It's so good. It makes my eggs better. Like, it's incredible. So that was the first thing that came to mind. Usually I do like beauty favorites and lifestyle favorites at the end of the year. Is it too late for that? Do you guys still want that? Because that would be relatively easy for me to just sit and chat, and I could edit that pretty quickly. So let me know if you guys, I know we're like into February, it's no longer the new year, but if you guys want those videos, I could definitely whip those together, so let me know. But that's what came to mind, is this random seasoning that like changed my life. Oh, a lot of questions about the fires, the LA fires, were we affected? Were we near any of them? We were near one of them, but we were never in like even an evacuation warning zone. We were right outside the evacuation warning zone for one of them, which Bradley was running around with his head cut off. He was like, we gotta pack the car, and he even made like stacks of like nostalgic things we would want to throw in the car. But I grew up in Santa Clarita, California. I grew up, I was gonna say in like a rural, ooh, I can't even say that word. rural area. I broke in front of you. But that's not the right word for it. It was like an equestrian area, like a farm area. Like my friend on the bus had an emu, and one day she brought me an emu egg, and I brought it home, and my mother was like, get that out of my house. But like it was a very like mountainy land area, and we were literally evacuated once a year. So like I am not new to fires, evacuations, and all that. That being said, these fires this year have been the worst I have ever seen. I know a lot of you are based in Southern California with me. You can probably attest to this. Like I saw something that said like everybody in California at least knows somebody who lost everything in these fires. And it's true. Like I know a few people who have lost everything in these fires, this fire season. So in my entirety of living in Southern California, the fires that I grew up with, like I've never seen anything like this. And it is truly devastating. It just like, you feel so hopeless and like, not hopeless, well hopeless sure, but also helpless. Like I just didn't know what to do. Also like outside of my own mental crap that's been going on, it's just been like heavy in the world with the fires and other political stuff going on that just like, I'm kind of aware of like, yeah, once I battle my own OCD crap, like there's still so much anxiety and stuff out there, and the fires just made it like kind of weird around here because like although some of the fires weren't near us, it kind of trapped us in where we are. We couldn't, like with freeway closures and all that. I've also learned over the years, like don't go far if there's a fire near you, because you never know where it's going to jump to, what will close if you can get back home. Basically this one time we were like on an evacuation warning, and we went to just up the street to go have lunch, and we tried to get back home, and they wouldn't let us into our home because it was an evacuation zone, but our dogs were home, and we like didn't take any of our stuff, and everything ended up being fine. A neighbor went to go get our dogs. They eventually let us back in. Just like after that, I've learned like don't go far. Like in these things, just hunker down until you're told to evacuate, of course. It just has made it so rough, yet a very communal feeling here in Los Angeles, and like everybody doing what they can to help, and it's going to take a long time to rebuild. So I'm going to continue to like see what I can contribute to help, whether it's donations or like physical donations, like things or money, whatever we can do. Like I definitely want to help. Somebody said, what have you been up to? New shows, which I've been up to chilling. I've been up to just like as much chilling as I can. Like I said, being a mom first and foremost. But as far as new shows, you guys, The Traitors. Oh my God, I cannot believe I've never watched it before, because I love Mafia. Like there was like a good 10-year chunk of my life where me and my friends would get together on the weekends and play Mafia like every single month. My best friend is having a Mafia party this weekend. Like which Mafia and The Traitors, it's the same thing. Just I knew the show existed. I have never been like a reality competition watcher, like reality TV show competitions, but I saw that one of the people on there, Bob the drag queen, called Zac Efron a bad actor, and I was like, we do not talk about my man like that. And just the memes about it were so funny, and I was like, well, I want to be in on this. And Bradley had seen them too, and we were both kind of interested, but we still didn't like do it yet. And one night we were so bored just like watching, trying to find something to watch, which we are notorious, is that the right word? I don't know. We are guilty of just like scrolling for 30 minutes of trying to find something we both agree on, and then it's like, oh, well now it's 9 o'clock, there's no point, let's just go to bed. And so we were on Peacock already, and Bradley's like, let's just start The Traitors. If we hate it, we can turn it off. In 2 minutes, I was hooked. And we started with the newest season, which I may not have done now knowing that we have to wait a week each time. Today, as I'm filming this, it's a Thursday, it's Traitors Day. Literally in the middle of the night, we got up to pee at one point, like we were both awake, and Bradley was like, Amy, it's Thursday. I was like, yes. We live for Thursdays, we live for Traitors. It is the greatest show on television I've ever seen. We both love Alan Cumming. I feel like all millennials love Alan Cumming. He hosts it. Zac Efron's really hot brother is on it. And that's the thing, I don't know who any of these people are besides like 2 of them. If you watch reality TV, like all these shows, it would be so much more fun, I bet. I don't know who these people are, and I still love it. I just know Zac Efron's brother. Hottie hottie. He's super hot. He sounds just like Zac Efron. It's fantastic for me. Sometimes he's shirtless. Bradley's tired of me moaning about it, but you know? But yeah, highly recommend The Traitors if you haven't watched it at all. And even if you think you might not be into it, you probably will be. Like, it's incredible, and I cannot wait for tonight. Oh my God. There's questions of how is Ludo, and then another one of how often do Bradley and Ludo do Frisbee competitions? Well, they never have done a competition, but I feel like they should. I feel like Ludo could win. Like Ludo is like, I feel like he's the underdog. People don't expect his breed to be good at it, but he actually is. He's done 2 performances. So if you don't know, Bradley's mom, for I think Bradley's entire life, has done frisbee dog frisbee competitions where you like do the frisbee and all the tricks, and like she's very good at it. Bradley's very good at it. So when we got a dog of our own and we had a yard, like he instantly started with Ludo on just getting used to the frisbee, and Ludo loves it. Over the years, like I know I'm biased, I'm his mom, but like I think he's very good at it. Like he is very motivated when he's doing, like, he's really good at like the close-up tricks too. Like every time I watch it, I'm like, oh my God. And so I think they should compete. Especially, is there money involved? And like, let's make some money, you know? But also just like, I would love to go watch him compete. But they do a show in Ventura every year. His mom, his company, does the show in Ventura every year. It's just like a fun little beach festival. And if we're like available or want to do it, we come out and then they do a few performances. And we did it this last year. I vlogged it. I will link it up in the corner. It's so fun. It is so fun. But yeah, I think they should do it more. And how's Ludo? He just turned 5 the other day. My baby is 5. I cannot believe it. Which means it's been 5 years since like the lockdown of COVID. That blows my mind. 5 years. But yeah, he was a COVID puppy. We got him like a few weeks into COVID. Not even related to COVID, just because my therapist was like, you need a dog. And I was like, yeah, I want a dog, but I can't have one, and whatever. My voice is leaving the building, just like Elvis. I haven't talked this much in 3 months. But yeah, Ludo is thriving. He just turned 5. He had a great birthday. His birthday was 2 days ago. He's still exhausted from it. Like, we didn't even do anything that crazy, but like, he got to play outside a lot. Bradley played frisbee with him for extra long. He got a lot of attention. I made him pup cakes. I use the same recipe every year. I just find it on Google, but it's basically peanut butter, a little bit of honey, some oil, a banana, some flour, and then like baking soda. They're very flavorless, but like you could also eat them if you wanted to. They also have the option to make like a peanut butter frosting, but I didn't because he doesn't care. He's gonna gulp it down no matter what. He's great. Thank you for asking. Somebody else said, what pop culture things, I love that, have you been into lately? TV, movies, music. I shared about the Traitors. When I was like really just struggling with my mental health, I like to rewatch things. I rewatched Friends. I was already in the middle of a rewatch of Friends. The Office I rewatched, which I haven't. The Office is one of my favorite shows, and I like obviously watch it every now and then, but I haven't done a full like rewatch since I was pregnant with Milo, and so I did that. I even watched the later seasons, which I like never do. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Such a good show. I'm sure everybody's already seen it, but if you haven't. And then I started the Kardashians from the beginning, like season 1, episode 1, like really old Kardashians. Soothed my soul. I loved it. I'm trying to think of any movies I've been watching. I don't know. I need to watch some Oscar movies that I'll enjoy. Like, please recommend movies. I want to watch thrillers that aren't going to keep me up at night. But I know that's like hard. It's a very, like, Red Eye, loved it. Because it was a very specific situation with no gore, a little bit of gore actually. It kind of took me off guard, but it was nothing I couldn't handle. But just something like that. Like, I really want to watch Trap on HBO. It's the new M. Night Shyamalan movie. I really want to watch that. Things like that. If you have recommendations, would love. But like when I'm feeling anxious, I love like a thriller to like take my mind off of it. Somebody said, what's Milo's favorite? Is he counting, coloring, blocks, books? All of the above. Something he is very into at the moment is Blue's Clues. Like, we started it from the beginning, like old Blue's Clues with Steve, which has kind of been healing to me as well. Like, nostalgia I find to be a little bit healing, and also like something about Steve, he is so calming and like obviously brought back a little bit. I was never super into Blue's Clues, but my little sister was, so like it was nostalgic to me. But I will sit there and watch an episode with Milo. I don't even need my phone. I find it entertaining. I love it. So he is very into Blue's Clues right now. My sister actually sent him, it's like the handy dandy notebook with the crayons. So he goes around all day playing Blue's Clues, and he's like, we just found a clue, and he draws it and he sings the songs. Like, that's what he does mostly all day. He's very recently into like imaginative play, which is kind of new for him. Like, if you were doing it with him about a year ago, like he would have enjoyed it, but now like he really enjoys it with like animals or his little, what are they called? Little tykes, you know, what are they called? Little people? Yeah. But also books, the blocks, like I said earlier. Somebody said new Ariana Grande perfume, question mark. I need to go get it because I hated that last one, so I'm hoping I will love this one. I wasn't expecting another new one so soon. I'm so excited. I need to go get it. Somebody said thoughts on the Muppets re-theme for Rock and Roller Coaster. I love it. Also, I should say I have never ridden that ride. I never will ride that ride. I'm not into roller coasters, but as like a Disney Muppet fan, I think it's great. I had seen theories about that or turning it into a Powerline roller coaster, and Bradley and I are huge Goofy movie fans. We were very into both of those ideas. I'm into it. I just cannot believe they're getting rid of Muppet Vision. I truly cannot believe that they're going to get rid of that. I'm hoping they bring it back to California Adventure at some point, even though I love having PhilharMagic. It just is like, you can't get rid of Muppet Vision. It's so cool. And that whole courtyard, they're like knocking down for Monsters Inc. But it has Pizza Rizzo and like, I just can't believe it. It is kind of sad. But this happens every time there's a Disney change. I like hate it. But then I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of nice. I don't know. A lot of you are asking my like favorite makeup at the moment. I haven't worn makeup in 3 months. This is the first time. So if it looks crazy, and it probably does, but there are some new releases that I want to try. So maybe soon. Like I said, I just in the last like week or so, I feel more like myself again. Like I painted my nails and that felt good. And like I'm feeling more like me. Maybe I'll do some online shopping, which somebody else said new Valentine's Day decor or new home decor. Mama's been shopping a little bit, mostly at H&M, some other random places. I'm thinking about doing like a home decor haul, like a home haul. Do we want that? I did get some really cute things, so maybe we'll do that. Oh, she's back. Oh, and a lot of questions about if my nephew has arrived. He arrived a week ago today as I'm filming this. And you guys, he is literally the most precious thing in the world besides Milo and Onyx. Sorry to them. But like, a newborn baby. My goodness. And he looks just like my brother. I'm like, Matt, that's crazy. So I'm so happy for them and so excited. I love being an aunt. I love having a niece. This is my first nephew and like, I'm so excited. My sister has had both a niece and a nephew because she has Milo and Onyx. But this is my first nephew and I'm just so excited. I'm excited for them to have a son now. Like it's all so great. Oh, his name is Atlas. Atlas Nicholas Lamar Thompson. Nicholas is my sister-in-law's father's name, and then Lamar is my dad and my brother's middle name. And Ludo's middle name. It's a family middle name. And I'm just so excited for like more kids in the family, more cousins for Milo, more they need like a universal word for nieces and nephews. More of that for me and for Onyx to be a big sister. Like, it's just so exciting. It's just like, I can't believe it still. I love it. It's just the best. And I just want to inhale him. Like, he smells incredible. And I just want to like snort him. And they'll probably be like, get your nose off my child. And I'll be like, sorry, yes. Because there's still so many more questions, but I feel like this has been a 2-hour video. Should I just go? People are asking about the garden. I haven't really done anything yet. The bulbs are popping up. I did plant bulbs. We still have some tomato plants that are hanging on. But although it's really cold this week, so those will probably go. But I am excited about gardening this year. It was a little off-putting last year having the garden thief steal everything, but whatever it is either taking a break or maybe died. Sorry, but like I didn't get any of my produce last year because it was stealing everything. And so that was a little bit off-putting, but I'm gonna try not to let that affect me this year. I still wanna try. I have so many lemons ready and my Buddha's hand right now. Somebody asked, what did I do with the Buddha hand? I have 3 ripe and ready on the tree and I don't know what to do with them. So I need to do something. But I am looking forward to like, when it warms up here a little bit, probably like next month, we'll start getting the garden going and I'm so looking forward to it. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that because there's still so many I could answer and I'm so sorry if I didn't get to yours. And I genuinely appreciate you guys always leaving me questions to answer. Like, that's just so nice, and the nice messages, I just love it. But I feel like I talked at you for 40 million years. It's time to go make my son lunch and myself lunch. For like literally the last month, I've had breakfast for lunch. I've been enjoying cereal for breakfast, and then I have breakfast for lunch every single day. I chop up mushrooms, I put them in eggs with a bunch of that herb and pepper. I either make a bagel or a piece of toast, maybe a hash brown, maybe some raspberries. Like, it's been delicious and I'm not sick of it yet. It's been my, what do they call that? Fixation meal. And I'm gonna go make it right now. But I love you guys. Thank you for joining me for like a little catch-up session. I'm sorry my voice is gone. I'm sorry that this was so long. I'm sorry I was gone for so long, but I do appreciate your love and support and being here when I get back. And I'm very grateful for you as always. And thank you to Ana Luisa for sponsoring a portion of this video. I will have the link to the sale page, like it'll take you to where the sale is down below. And my heart is full of love and gratitude and I am feeling hopeful and it's a really nice feeling. So I love you. Thank you for sticking with me and I'll see you soon, hopefully. Maybe with a home haul, maybe with a vlog. I don't even know what I would vlog, but maybe we'll do it, you know? Okay. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you very soon. Bye.